This is Boxing Tickets, and we are delighted to be joined. There we go. He's starting with a advertisement already. We're delighted to be joined all the way in Gibraltar with the bomber Thomas Carty. How are you, mate?
Flying, Steve. What's happening? Thanks for having me on, pal.
It's my pleasure. You've been giving me abuse here the last couple of days. So I thought the best thing to do is to get you on Zoom and obviously air our differences. It's a season of goodwill. You should be happy. You're Well, the time this goes out, you'll be 24 hours from fight night. Obviously, it's Friday now. Obviously, our ringside members get first access, but fight 10 as a pro. Is this the furthest away you've fought so far? Obviously, you fought in Belgium, so Gibraltar will be further in Belgium.
I think it took me longer to get to Belgium, but in terms of kilometers, I'm not too sure. And by the way, just while you're on it, yeah, make sure everybody signs up to be a member of All Things Boxing Online. Yeah,
Ringside
just putting that
membership.
out there. Yeah, just putting that out there. Make sure everybody signs up, pay your membership, folks, because platforms like these are really, really important, especially to me coming through the years. Like I look at it sometimes. I look at my name, All Things Boxing Thomas Carty, and I look at all the interviews we've done consistently right the way through. And it's very, very important, and a really, really important part of the career as a boxer is to be putting yourself out there as much. So thank you, Steve, and really, really worthwhile doing supporting your channel.
It's my pleasure. There we go. I've got a. He's being nice to me now. He's realised at Christmas. Are you threatening now? Are you threatening people with this Paddy Power stuff? So if they don't sign up, you're coming round to their house to sort them
They,
out.
they might get a visit from me and you, Steve. They might get a visit if they're not signed up. You just give me the list.
Give you the list. But I guess obviously, as you always are, I guess it's just probably just the nature of me and you. But you're in good form. Obviously, you're 48 hours away from fight night. It's the day before weighing in. Obviously, as a heavyweight, there's probably really no difference. It's not like you're sort of having to make weight. Well, I guess you have to weigh 201 pounds for it to be a heavyweight fight, but there's no
Yeah,
real
yeah.
stress on it at this stage.
No, there'd be no stress, but people always say, "Oh, you're so lucky you don't have to weigh and you can eat what you want." Well, in fact, you can't because if you're looking for a decent performance and you're looking to perform well, you still have to eat correctly, and it's not like milkshakes and burgers like people might think it is. You know what I mean?
It's
So there is a bit more to it than that. And although there's no major weight cut involved, you still need to eat for performance, and it's not all sunshine and rainbows what people might think. Now, in comparison, everything is different in comparison. Listen, I'm not losing. I don't have 10 kilos to lose tonight for the weigh-in tomorrow. You know what I mean? But still, it's not all having it my own way.
Yeah, it's about picking at the right time.
Yeah,
For once, like you have an opponent locked in and it hasn't changed. Like, what's going on? Like these opponents, as you well know, and I well know, your opponent can nearly change on a daily basis at times. Like, as far as I'm aware, your opponent's still the same.
yeah. Well, he didn't really. It hasn't really been long since he's been announced. To be fair, do you know what I mean? So there's probably another story there in the lead up to that one being announced. But yeah, it looks like he's coming. Hopefully, he comes to fight, and hopefully give the people something to tune into on dazn back at home. Shout out to everyone that's going to the Wellington, my local, to watch the fight. It's going to be packed to the rafters, and something for the people here in Gibraltar to watch and watch a shootout. You know what I mean? That's what I'm in the humour for. I'm in the humour for going in there, putting on a dominant performance, and seeing what this guy is made of, and let's put him to the test.
Mika, I'm nearly going to class him. I'm nearly going to say Mika Inneman, the Formula One driver, but Michelelian, I think that's how you pronounce it. Like on paper, obviously 7-2 with six stoppage wins. He's obviously been stopped twice as well. So your prediction to me, obviously in the lead up, was the Carty party's going to stoppage for Christmas. You're actually the last Irish fighter to fight in 2024 as well. So there's a wee exclusive for you there.
Whoa, the last Irish fighter to fight in 2024. The Carty Party, who else?
And that has to end in one way, doesn't it?
And one way and one way only, and that's absolute destruction.
I wouldn't expect anything different from you. It was supposed to be Conal Trainer, obviously next Saturday, obviously in Canada, but that fight card was pulled. So you're, if, unless Cathal Crowley decides he's going on after you, obviously you should be the last Irish fighter of 2024.
Yeah, no, that's savage. That's Eddie. Nice little fact here. Fun facts with Stephen Martin here.
Fun facts. Well, as you call me Stephanie, but we'll leave that
Steph,
for.
Stephanie Martina, yeah.
Um, the obviously, I guess the good thing as well is you're getting fights. Sort of, you've always wanted activity. This is your this is only your second fight of the year, but obviously it's coming so close off after the three arena card. Second of the year. Sorry,
Come on.
I'm looking at the wrong page. I'm looking at the
Thank
wrong
you,
page.
Steve. Oh, you're
There
usually
we
good
go.
for your facts. Now, I didn't correct you. I just gave you the hand signal.
I thought you were giving me the fingers. Your third fight of the year. Your last four were in Dublin as well. So it's your
My,
first,
my third fight of the year.
third fight of the year. But obviously done four back to back in Dublin. So it's been a while. April of 2023 was the last time you fought outside Ireland. So you get used to having a base in Dublin the last four
Yeah.
fights. So obviously now you're taking the Carty party on the road again.
Great. Keep things fresh, and you know what I mean? Keeps things fresh. It's a change of scenery. It's a change of fight week. It's a change of weigh-in day, change of fight day, change of routine. So it puts I suppose, put your organization skills to the test. Put your team to the test. How are you fixed for being able to fight on the fly and the way things are going, and the trajectory that I think I'm on, and where we hope to be. It's not always going to be in Dublin, nice and handy down the road from the house. You know what I mean? So it makes you ask questions of yourself. Makes you make sure everything is tied up, and that you have everything in place to be able to fight anywhere at any time. You know what I mean?
And as I say, as we heavyweight boxing as well, we're seeing the landscape of boxing changing somewhat. Obviously, a lot of Saudi cards and things like that. There's a big Saudi card on, obviously, in 8 days' time, and I'm sure people's been torturing you, asking you for your predictions of the main event. I'm probably thinking of a fight more that's on the undercard, and I'm sort of going, the Bomber obviously is probably get. I know you've got your eyes on this weekend, and you can't take obviously your eyes off your opponent this weekend. But obviously, there's a fight on the card next week that I'm sure you'd love the winner of.
Yeah, 100%. You know, any time I post anything online, whether it be TikTok or Instagram or anything, anytime anything is kind of posted about me online, people always say Thomas Carty, Johnny Fisher. And I'm blue in the face asking for the fight. I never really wanted to talk about it too much, but you've seen obviously Dillian done an interview during the week. He said that we have offered it to them before, fell on deaf ears, didn't want to know. And the way things are going for me, my career is booming at the moment. Really, really pushing the boat out of my own career. So, that fight is something that I think we can actually get made. And with the way they're making fights in Saudi at the moment, me and Johnny Fisher is a massive fight. And whether it happens or whether it doesn't happen, it's all down to me. But listen, I would love that fight. Personally, I would love that fight because there's an awful lot of people that, it's a mixed review. It always will be. Thomas Carty, Smoke him. Anyone who knows. Then people who go off Instagram videos and Instagram followers, like Thomas Carty's in for a long night. So I'm looking forward to shutting the likes of those people up. But listen, anyone who knows and has an opinion, and their opinion holds weight in boxing, knows the story. They know who comes out victorious in that fight.
The way you sort of look at it with obviously Johnny Fisher, obviously, don't get me wrong, he's done great things. And obviously, I know he's been in
Brilliant
Ireland.
thing,
His
fantastic.
dad's been in Galway quite a bit. So,
Yeah, man.
but like, he's done a lot of great things. But like, why do you think do you take it as a compliment when they're avoiding you? I know they sort of got a wee tester when they fought Babbage. They were sort of maybe trying to get at you a wee bit, trying to angle it up. So, like, it's part of you in a way where you can get revenge for Babbage now as well.
Yeah, man. I would love that. Get revenge for Babbage. But Babbage will tell you himself, this is a single sport. This ain't no team sport. You know what I mean? The Babbage and Fisher fight is no reflection on the Carty and Fisher fight. You know what I mean? It's one that I'd really like to get back for us, absolutely. But I don't know. They know. Listen, people know. Do you know what I mean? There's a reason it fell on deaf ears. If they thought it was easy pickings, the fight would have already happened. Let's be real. Do you know what I mean?
And
He commentated one of my fights one time, and I said, right, lovely. They're obviously, building this one up to have it on Matchroom. Eddie's obviously building this one up. Why did they have him do a guest appearance commentary gig on my fight, like in Wembley Arena when Dillian fought Franklin that time? I was hoping it was going to get pulled next. And to be honest, I'm kind of glad it didn't happen now because the fight is massive now.
it is. It's like obviously the twos are well. Like I think on box rec Fisher's 40, sorry, and you're about 70s or so.
I was near. I was down near 50 for a while. Do you know what I mean? It's the way the rankings go. You get pushed out, but I was near 50 for a while, and going off people that we fought, I kind of you can't disagree with Fisher's ranking after being Babbage, to be fair, but I don't think it's a true reflection on fighters, obviously, because I class myself well above Fisher in the rankings.
it's like the Saudis love heavyweights as well. I know
Yeah,
they've
man.
obviously set their card for February, but like obviously if Turkey Al Sheikh needs obviously a good fight for a card. Ireland versus England, two heavyweights, two massive knockout punchers so far in the records. It's all the recipes for a perfect fight.
Massive, absolutely massive fight. Like you're a boxing person, yeah. Do we sell out the Three Arena? Not that it would ever happen in the Three Arena, but does me and Fisher sell out the Three Arena?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, heavyweights are heavyweights, put bums and seats. Isn't that what they say?
Yeah, big
And
time.
you're
I
like,
think we sell it out easy with no undercard. We sell it out. You know what I mean? The O2 maybe we could do. Do you know what I mean? But interesting times, Steve. Interesting times. I don't want to spend the whole interview talking about that, but obviously,
yeah.
yeah, interesting times.
The other reason I think it would sell as well, and obviously this isn't something to plan with obviously you're about to do your third Santa thing, obviously next week. Like I think it's next week you're doing it. Like you've done this, and a lot more people's getting involved in this now, and obviously helping the homeless and helping
Yeah,
those people in need. Like people might think you're a big heavyweight, you knock people out. You're a scary guy, but you're an actual gentleman.
yeah. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. I try my best. I do. I try my best. I'd have to crack with a lot of people, but you know what? It's I never thought I'd ever have a platform, and this is no massive platform, but a lot of people know me around the country, around the world now, but especially around the country. And it's something that I always wanted to do was give back. And when I started this toy drive business, it was more that I know a couple of personal cases of people that are experiencing homelessness, and it's not nice, and it's something that I hate to say, but it can be prevented. There's definitely can be prevented, and if not immediately be prevented, it can definitely be eased with a bit of help. You know what I mean? And listen, started out a couple of years ago. This is my third year now doing it on a large scale, and this year is going to be massive, absolutely massive. So I'm pulling in all the reinforcements, and I'm putting the hammer on all my mates. Anybody who has a business who I know is doing well. Christmas is hard for everyone, but if I know they're doing all right, I'm coming for you. I'm getting this fight out of the way, and I'm spending next week. I'm gonna doorstep a couple of people next week for donations. Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely, at the end of the day, if they're in a position to be able to help other people and they're making money somewhere else, they can give a wee
Yeah,
bit
man.
back.
That's the I think that's the privilege that comes with being successful is that you can give back. You know what use is it keeping it all to yourself? You need to spread a bit of love at Christmas time, isn't it? If you and especially if you're in a position to do so.
I know, obviously, we said we keep this short and sweet. So, obviously, you have to go training and things like that, like fight week, and you're still having to go training to keep yourself loose and everything else. Obviously, just want to get your thoughts, obviously, on the main event next week. Obviously, everybody's talking about Usyk Fury. My own personal opinion, like, I know the first fight, Fury was well on top to like round 6 or 7. And then, obviously, Usyk took over. Like, my opinion, obviously, I know a lot of people's opinions at the moment. They're saying they can't see past an Usyk victory again. I'm sort of going, if Fury starts like he started the last fight, maybe a bit more on, explosive, he could potentially get Usyk out of there.
Yeah, it's very hard. Listen, I think about things too hard to be completely honest, and my opinion on it is that Fury definitely can be better. I think Fury will 1000% be better than the last fight, but so can Usyk. How much is the question? How much better are they going to be? What changes are they going to make? And to be fair, every argument I make for Fury, I can cancel it with Usyk. Every argument I make about Usyk, I can cancel it with what Fury might do. So to be honest, I'm not going to wreck my head about it. In my head, I'm not making a decision. In my heart, I hope Fury wins.
It's one of them, isn't it? And that's a classic case of proper boxing. Sometimes it's like you can't even even me and stuff as well. We can't sort of make a decision, and tomorrow it could change. And I could say Usyk's winning it, but that's what's great about big fights like this, where you can change your opinion on a daily basis.
Great time to be a boxing fan. Amazing time to be a boxing fan, to be completely honest, or involved in boxing because these fights happening on such a regular basis is what it should all be about. It's not none of this business. What if Fury fought Usyk? Here we are looking forward to the rematch now in a week's time. But first, the second most important fight of 2024 is Thomas Carty this Sunday.
And how do you, obviously, I know you're going to give me the answer, and I know what it is before I even ask, but how does the fight go for you on Sunday evening?
Fantastic performance. I've gotten great sparring in with Dillian White and with Mike Perez. Mike Perez now an official member of the Celtic Warrior team, which is fantastic for me. I'm going to be selfish about it. It's great for me. Great sparring, great guy to learn from. And I'm really looking forward to putting things to the test. I'm looking forward to going out there and showing you a different version. Watch this Sunday, Steve. Have a look.
That's what you said. Obviously, you've trained a lot, but you haven't got to see it. Obviously, your last two fights, you stopped with body punches. You haven't got, and the good thing is that opponents can't see what you've been training on. So, like, I'm obviously I'd imagine it's going to be stoppage number 9 as well.
Oh, come on, Steve-O. There's a bear shit in the woods.
Depends who's watching. But obviously, I'm sure you want it to be as over as quickly as possible because you know if you're looking at fights like Johnny Fisher and stuff in the future, you don't want to be able to see what you've been working on. You know that you need to be they need to be taking you past these levels. You
Yeah,
know, be able to take your body punches to then they see the other punches coming.
yeah. To be honest, I had a conversation with Perez about this on the plane on the way over here. That left uppercut lands, yeah, to the liver. Nobody's standing up to it. Nobody. Just putting that out there, yeah. Nobody. Do you know what I mean? It's all well and good. Some people have great punch resistance to the head. We've seen him with Joe Joyce, this, that, and the other. A good left uppercut to the liver from a southpaw, it's involuntary. Nobody's standing up to it. Yeah, I'm not saying from me. I'm saying from any good southpaw with a decent bit of power. If that punch gets on, nobody is standing up to that. It's going to take its toll. It's not a case of oh I'm tough. It won't affect me. It will affect everybody. Do you know what I mean? So keep an eye out, Steve. Keep an eye out.